Yeah. What's up, Crown? Hey, I appreciate y'all. I know it's hot, man. Before we do this thing, man, I want to make sure you understand who I am and why I'm here. I sat in your chair. That's why I'm here, man. I'm a convicted felon. I had a meth pipe in my mouth from the time I was 15 until I was 21 when I was arrested. I did time in prison, and I ended up in a treatment center, man, long term. And that was my sobriety date's April 20th of 2006, man. And so I've been recording and selling music since I was in 8th grade, right? So when I got sober, they told me that if I drank again, I was going to die. I didn't touch music, I didn't touch girls, I didn't touch anything for the first 3 years of my sobriety because I didn't want to die, right? So I used that time that I had, took that time out of my life to rebuild my life and what it is today. And now I'm afforded this opportunity. I'm a small business owner, and I'm able to take that story, and instead of just speaking in meetings, I'm allowed to use my God-given talent and ability with words to share that with people in the hopes that while I'm here, you all, like the hope is that this might trigger something in you that could be like, he could do it, I can too. That's why I'm here. So and I realize all of you might not connect with that, but that's why I'm here, and that's what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do, we're shooting this music video for the story about a boy, which is what it was like, what happened, and what it's like now. And what I'm going to do for you right now is recite the spoken word version of that. And it goes like this. Let me talk to you. Look, I just need a minute. I'm going to tell you about a boy who was never going to be shit. Grew up addicted. He didn't have no siblings, but still everything he had to share with mental illness. You see, his mother had it, and it was just them. It was them against the world and them against the system. They were caught up in a trap designed to keep a slave in prison. That's the 13th Amendment. Are you even paying attention? I said they were caught up in a trap designed to keep a slave in prison. They say the sky's the limit. The sky's not the limit. I mean, who you kidding? He knew that was just a gimmick. How somebody touched the sky when he can't even touch the ceiling of the trailer that he lived in. Was broken down and lived in. She went to work. He was alone, no one to care about how he's feeling, and his mama was depressed, so he knew she wasn't trying to hear it. Every day she say she want to die. Keep on begging God to end it. He just hiding in his room and acts like he don't even hear it. He wished to go away, but it keep coming back to visit. He hear her crying on the phone, keep saying the word evicted. He didn't know what that meant, but knew it would change how he was living. Look, he was only 9, but in his mind he had to fix it. And he had heard mention of God, but it was faint and only whispers. And if his father didn't want him, then how's the one in heaven different? Yeah, the struggle's real, I know. I watched him live it. You see, this story is for anyone been caught up in that system or who's ever been to sleep with no heat, no lights, cold nights. I'm talking heat from a stovepipe. But this about the boy and his mama, they were so tight. A trauma bond, he would seek that out his whole life. She persevered, never cared what kind of purse she wear. She lived for him, but looking at him, she couldn't help but feel all the pain inside her heart his dad had left her there. She never left from there. When she wasn't crying about a man and she was crying over late bills, and he was 13 when he sold his first pain pill. It was the same still. It didn't change nothing. She went to work more. He stayed blunted. She moved a man in. The boy would take from him. He'd sell his weed at school. He loved to make money. They went from state funded to shrimp and steak money. She knew what he was doing, but she wouldn't say nothing. Listen, she was never scared, but the boy, she was afraid of him. She'd find drugs and guns, and she would pray for him. It was too late for him. There was no turning back, because he would spend 20 and get 100 back. He fell in love with that. He couldn't get enough of it. By high school, you could get anything you want from him. Still wasn't enough for him. Was never enough for him. It wasn't the drugs, y'all. It was what they done for him. His mother told him it wouldn't last, that they would come for him. They come for him. Had guns drawn, talking about get down on the ground for him. They found more than enough. He would go down for it. They'd hold it down for him, right? I mean, He had connections. Until his girl started messing with his best friend. Then his next friend. Then his next friend. Yeah. He began to question everything these rappers ever said because shit was real different. Look, his definition and theirs of what was real, different. He started to feel different. Realized that no one was here with him. There was nobody down the ride. Nobody sitting in his cell with them. The hell with them. This wouldn't be the end of his story. Victory over hardship. He's built for it. He killed for it. Another chance to rewrite his story. He grabbed a pen and wrote the script for it. He had a gift for it, something like a sixth sense. He packed his bags, man, and he ain't seen the pen since. That sentence did exactly what it was supposed to do. He swallowed pride and did what people that are sober do. He told the truth, trusted God, and cleaned his mess up. Look, they told him he kept going. It'd be like he never even messed up. Within a couple years, the boy was blessed up. He'd use his story to help others who had messed up. As a matter of fact, the rumor has it that he's still at it. He makes music. They say it helps heal addicts. He was real bad once. He's helping them through real battles. Real battles most know nothing about. So that's the story of the boy. And of course, there's more to it. Maybe next time we'll get more into it. There's a moral to it. Something for you to think on. Yo, you should think on it. Dolla Green, man, I really appreciate you all for hanging in. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, man. Yeah. Appreciate y'all. For real. For real. Thank you, man. Yeah. I see y'all out here, man. For real, man. If I had one thing to say to you all, this is where it started for me. But it happened for me. I'm still here getting to live this life that I'm living because they said if I drink again, I'm going to die. And this was the only way out. I gave everything I am to this, right? Gave everything I am to it. Thank you all for letting me share it. Thank you all for having me. Appreciate you, man.